Welcome to the Christmas lights of Covent Garden and also Seven Dials, all very much close to each other. So we thought we'd capture them and bring them to you for Christmas 2024. So let's start off with a beautiful, well, several beautiful festive trees and a nice wreath here at the front entrance of the piazza here at Covent Garden. So if you're new to the channel or new to London and you haven't heard of Seven Dials, you definitely want to keep watching till the end because it's absolutely beautiful. But here at Covent Garden, they've done what they've normally done, which is they've lit up all the fronts of the buildings, and it just looks so effective as we look down King Street here and back to the Christmas trees. Now what they also do here as well, as you can see, you've got the garlands all flashing around the top of the pillars here, and just a walk down those pillared areas is beautiful and it's great photo opportunities. But for the last few years, they've also put up, well, what can only be described as this pop-up shop. So they've had Dolce & Gabbana, I can't remember who they had last year, I know it was another posh make, and this year they have Jo Malone. And just look at the queue at this side of this gold tinseled box. Looks almost a festive box all on its own. I'm guessing the queue's because when you go into Jo Malone you spin a wheel and see what freebie you've got. Yeah. That'll be it. Anyway, so as you go around, you get a good view of the lovely gold tinseled box as it is. Right, you've also got around the outside area of here, you've got the Royal Opera House. If you fancy getting a great view from the top, you can see some of the Christmas lights, but it's sort of guarded. You can only see certain parts and you certainly can't see into the market. Here, this is Sticks and Sushi. They've gone outside, so if you fancy eating outside, not on the first floor where they've normally got their restaurant, you can. And there's some heaters there. I did double check. Can you imagine sitting out there in the middle of winter? Plus, you've got various other things like, there you go, a gin company. Yeah, and there's other refreshments available, most of which are alcoholic. So what we'll do is we'll carry on walking past there, we'll go up the ramp and we'll go into Covent Garden itself. So the ramp brings you by the central island, we'll have a look at that in just a couple of seconds. Also, if you come down here before 9 o'clock at night, you'll also find these little stalls, all with little gifts you might want to get for people for Christmas, all different sorts of things, including London souvenirs and sweeties as well. Right, let's go into the first hall. This year it's bells, baubles and glitter balls, and it's the glitter ball that's making that fantastic effect on the top of the roof here and round the sides as well. It really is. They've had the glitter ball in here now for the last number of years and it really is a great effect. Now if you've been to Covent Garden last year, yeah, they're the exactly same decorations they put up last year for the first time. Before that it was mistletoe, and I know that's being missed by people all over the world watching this video. Isn't it, Leslie? Anyway, right, as we move on down the hall, you've got the restaurants down below, and then you've got the Christmas trees at the end, which is always beautiful and a great place to come and get a selfie. And the reason for that, we'll show you in just a second. So not only have you got the beautiful lights all hanging from above, but you've got these wonderfully decorated Christmas trees all in a crescent here, and you've got Santa's sleigh here again, and you're encouraged to get on and have a selfie or several. So definitely get down here, get in the sleigh and get your picture taken, all with this in the background. Do you know what? Even though it's the second year with the same decorations, they still look fantastic. Well done, Covent Garden. Right, let's go into the central area and see what they've got down there. And here you've got the garlands all around the shops, which are quite beautiful. Plus also they did the mulled wine. They've got that again this year down the centre, although that will cost you a little bit of money. Yeah, it is central London prices. And then we go into the other hall, and there you go. You've got the same decorations hanging here and the wonderful glitter ball, which is really showing up beautifully on the roof and also on the side of the shops. And then as we go to the main piazza where they have all of the people performing, then you've got the classic Christmas tree which they've had up here for ages with something like 150,000 lights on it, all twinkling beautifully. And it also shows you how big it is just by the people standing by the bucket. Yep, the bucket is massive and the tree is massive too. Really hope you're enjoying our Christmas video on Covent Garden. Don't worry, Seven Dials is coming up in just 1 second and they do something different every year. But if you don't want to miss out any Christmas videos from London this year, then you make sure you subscribe to the channel, because then we can tell you by hitting that bell button every time we upload a video so you don't miss out, so you can capture London at Christmas. And that's the beauty of YouTube. You can look all around the world without having to leave the comfort of your own home. So we go for the beautiful lights and the tree at Covent Garden, and we walk literally 5 minutes up the road and we're going to the Seven Dials area. So this is Neal Street, and as you can see, you've got a whole blanket of lights being hung above. And as we walk down Earlham Street up to the Seven Dials Monument, you can see you have this lovely blanket of lights that they've just laid across the streets, which is lovely. And they've got that on all of the side streets coming off of Seven Dials. Now, Seven Dials is a beautiful area of London that people really don't go to, and of course because it's so close to Covent Garden, everyone tends to flock there. My suggestion, get down to both, and you've got these beautiful cobbled streets and some amazing places to eat as well, and that is one of them on the right hand side, which is Seven Dials Market, where you've got so many different food types that you can go and eat, and plenty of places to drink in there as well. So if you're coming up here for Christmas, why not take a gentle stroll and also have something to eat and drink whilst you're at it. Right, next stop, the Seven Dials Monument. Which has been showing Matilda here for absolute years, and that reminds me, actually there's some great Christmas theatre on in London if you fancy coming to see it, including Elf the Musical, which they have every single year, which is well worth going to see. Now how about this for Christmas decoration? They do something different here every year around the monument, and this year they've cast a massive net around it, a net of lights, and there you go. And as you can see down the side streets, you've got that netting as well, so it all leads into this beautiful area of Seven Dials. And even with the front of the buildings all lit up like we have here on the left, it is such a wonderful view. It's like the netting above the road leads all the way to Seven Dials. And I don't know about you, but when I got here, I wondered initially if it was like having a massive jellyfish without the tentacles coming down from it all around the monument. Let me know what you think. It really is lovely, and it really encourages you to stay here for quite some time just to take in this amazing view. And the wonderful things about these lights is not only does it really light up the area and make it feel even more festive, but you feel like you're under a canopy. So what did you think of the Covent Garden and the Seven Dials Christmas lights this year? Do let us know in the comments. Now, if you like your London lights, we've put a link to a video up in the top right hand corner, which is of the Oxford Street, Regent Street, but also Carnaby Street lights. They're always the first ones to go on in London. So if you click on the link up in the top right hand corner, we'll see you in there. But don't forget, there's so much more amazing Christmas lights to come from London in our videos between now and the big day.